So John saw the top of Christ's feet, and he said, man, that's like unrefined brass. But what else he say?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if what?
If they burned in a furnace.
So if you take anything and if I take a white piece of rice and I burn it in the furnace, what color does it come out?
Come out black.
Right. You look like Christ.
That's right.
You about as black as your jacket is right now. I'm about as black as your jacket is right now. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. Why? Because it said the Son of God has skin just like you.
Bring it out.
Read that part again.
And his feet like unrefined brass.
It said it was brown, but what else did it say? Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So if you take something brown or brass and you burn it in the furnace, what color does it get? It gets black.
Bring it out.
So what? Did Jesus look like this? Does this man have woolly texture hair? Does this man have brown skin that looked like it was burning in the furnace? Huh? No. So where do we get that from? This your son right here? Can I ask him a question? Little bro, what's your name?
He don't walk, he don't teach.
Okay, what about him?
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. That's my little brother. So what's his name? Kevin? Caden. Who is this? See something wrong with that, sis? What's your name, sis? What's your name? Cassie. So Caden think that this is Jesus. Yeah, don't put on camera, bro. But Caden think that this is Jesus. Caden don't know that Jesus look like him. Can we show him in 60 seconds in the Bible that the Bible says he looked like Jesus Christ? Let me show you real quick. Caden, come here. I want to show you something. Revelations 1 verse 1. You too. Come here. You my brother. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Yeah, don't put him on camera, bro. They good. I got you, sis. So read that.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Read.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So the root word of revelations means revealing. Because a lot of people say that Jesus Christ was a ghost or a spirit. But didn't he get hung on the cross? So it wasn't no ghost that got hung on the cross. When Jesus Christ walked the earth, he was a real man. But now all of a sudden they say Jesus' color don't matter. You know why they say Jesus' color don't matter? When you tell the truth that this ain't Jesus. Oh, his color don't matter. He was brown, like he was an Arab. Christ wasn't no Arab. Christ died like a black man because he lived like a black man.
Bring it out.
He was a black man. But he got to know, is his father a so-called black man? Is his father a so-called black man? So he's a Jew. From the tribe of Judah.
Bring it out.
Meaning what? He's a prince to the creator of heaven and earth.
Right.
Israel. That's who he is. He ain't no regular man. And don't let the world teach him that. Because the world gonna try to make him be a gangbanger, a basketball player. They don't want us to be lawyers and doctors and event stuff like we did all of this. They want us to just be quote unquote the N-word. But he's a God according to the Bible.
That's right.
He was made in the image of God.
Right.
He was made in the image of God. He is a son of God. You believe in God, right? So the God that created all of this created him and said he's special to me.
Bring it out.
Take care of him and cherish him. He's special to me. Take care of them and cherish them as if they are. Read.
You want verse 1?
Wait, verse 1.
Verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So we're going to get the revealing of Jesus Christ. Give me verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs.
So it says Jesus Christ. Give me verse 10 real quick.
Verse 10. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
So this is John. John said that he was in the spirit on the Lord's day. Read.
And heard behind me a great voice.
So John heard a loud voice behind him because John was in prison. And he heard a great voice behind him. Why? Because Christ spoke very loud. They said his voice was the sound of many waters. Read.
As of a trumpet.
So it was the sound of a trumpet. When Christ spoke, it was like a trumpet went off. And John heard this. Read.
Saying, I am Alpha and Omega.
Who is the Alpha and Omega, sis? Jesus Christ, right? Read.
The first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book.
What did he tell John?
And what thou seest, write in a book.
That's what the Bible is. The word Bible just means records. It was the recordings written down by our ancestors.
Right.
So Christ told John, what you about to see, write it down in the book. Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hair.
So he turned around to see Jesus Christ. It says Jesus Christ's head, and his hairs meaning what? The hair on his head and the hair on his beard, read.
Were white like wool.
It was white like how you see our older brothers. They got the full gray hair. But what was the texture?
White like wool.
What race of people on this earth have woolly texture hair?
Right.
We have woolly texture hair. Hey, so is this woolly texture hair right? Hey, come here, little bro. Come stand over here with me. Is this woolly texture hair? Absolutely not. But the thing is that he don't right here. And he needs to know this because he's the one that God is coming for.
Right.
God deals with the man.
Right.
God deals with the man. Because when the man get in order, the woman gonna follow.
That's right.
Read.
As white as snow.
Read.
And his eyes.
So you understand that? Jesus Christ had hair just like you got on your head. The same hair you gonna grow in your beard, Jesus Christ had it. This ain't Jesus Christ.
Right.
You look like Jesus Christ.
That's right. As white as snow. And his eyes are as a flame of fire.
God work. Take your hat off real quick. So when it says white like snow, he ain't all the way there, but he getting there.
Right.
To that gray texture, that white texture hair. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And he had red eyes because he drunk wine in moderation. Read.
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
So John saw Christ and he saw the top of Christ's feet. Because let me ask you a question, sis. Is the top of your feet the same color as your skin? Is the top of, if I look down and you ask sandals, the top of your feet the same color as your skin, right? Yeah. So John turned around and he saw Christ because he had sandals on. And he said, what, Read?
And his feet.
So he saw the top of Christ's feet, Read.
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? It's brown. So he said that Christ's feet was brown, meaning they had a shiny glow to them. But what else did it say?
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you take anything and burn it in the furnace, what color does it come out? So what did that say Jesus Christ was?
Black.
Bring it out.
Give my brother Caleb a hand. He's learning today that he looks like Jesus Christ.
That's right.
He looks like Jesus Christ. These are the sons of God. Psalms 82 verse 6. One last thing, I know you got to go. But I need my brothers to know this because why? The world tried to teach us to be... Hey, little bro. Come over here. The world try to teach us to be GDs or BDs or Bloods and Crips. That's what the world push on us. They try to teach our daughters to be Instagram models. The only thing you're good for is shaking a tail feather. But they don't know how great they are.
Bring it out.
Israel means prince of the power. A prince that has power with God.
Right.
A princess that has power with God.
Right.
He has power with God because he is a God.
Bring it out.
Read.
Bring a Psalm, chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said.
So who said this? God said this.
Right.
What did God say?
Ye are God.
What did God say?
Ye are God.
God said the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American are what?
Ye are God.
We are gods on this earth.
Right.
Not a big G, but a little G. Because you have the God, and then you have God's children. So we were made in the image of God. What do you think that makes us? Gods.
That's right.
Because Adam was the first man. Said he was taken from the dust of the ground, right? When you go deeper into the ground, then what happens to the soil? It gets darker. The deeper you go, the darker it gets.
Bring it out.
So when you see us, we were made in the image of God.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.